Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another exciting show. Ndumodu, welcome to our show. Ndumodu is Igbo Nigerian word that means wisdom. Words of wisdom that I share in collaboration with my guests to add to your repertoire. Before we get started with our show, I always share some words of wisdom to get you started. There are no shortcuts to the top of the palm tree. This is a Cameroonian proverb. You have to be able to climb from the bottom of the tree until you get to the top. Nothing happens unless you put forth some effort. This means that you must work hard for anything that you want. Sometimes things may be difficult, too difficult, you may say, and you just want to give up. But if you believe in anything and you fight for it and stay focused on it, it will become a reality. Give it all your capacity, it will materialize. It will become what you can live the rest of your life with. Because you worked hard, you can be proud of yourself. And that is what we're talking about today. Hard work has become a reality for my very special guest today, Miss Dasha Ware. She is the esteemed digital marketing maven behind the Rising Star Group, RSG Agency, Rap Snacks, and an array of burgeoning artists and music creators. Now, due to the time constraints, I am not going to be able to share all her impressive bio, but at the end of the program, I will present to you where you can go and find out just a little bit more about her because she's very fascinating. I am so fascinated by her hard work and how she got to where she is today. But I do want to share some key information about her. Dasha identifies a person's uniqueness and converts their specialness into stardom. In other words, she seeks to find the best in people and create an opportunity for them to rise. Ware embarked on her professional journey in 2006, rapidly amassing credibility through word-of-mouth referrals and garnering the privilege to collaborate with notable industry titans such as Rap Snacks, Fubu, Reebok, as well as esteemed artists including Meek Mill, Nicki Minaj, 21 Savage, Gucci Mane, I hope I'm saying it correctly, Master P, and many others. From 2010 to 2022, Ware played a pivotal role in overseeing Rap Snack's digital and social media strategy, enabling its expansion from local Atlanta convenience stores to an impressive network of over 1,000 stores. Imagine that, including prominent retailers like Walmart, Kroger's, Sam's, Big Lots, Spencer's, and numerous others. In early 2021, Dasha released 2 books on Amazon, Smart Artists Don't Starve and The Smart Artist Release, dedicated to empowering independent artists to create and monetize their music effectively. These releases earned her the title of best-selling author. Notably, in 2023, RSG Agency, led by Dasha Ware, received recognition, earning an honorable mention for the Best of Georgia Digital Marketing Firm 2023, awarded by the Georgia Business Journal. That's hard work. That takes hard work to achieve. Simultaneously, Dasha became a member of the African Women Mobilization Commission, a nonprofit dedicated to the empowering of women through capacity building for leadership, philanthropy, advocacy against domestic violence, cultural programming, and training. And Dasha is committed to playing a role in transforming lives, uplifting, empowering, and inspiring women and children within and beyond the diaspora. Entering 2024, Dasha Ware thrives, cementing marketing monetization partnerships with major platforms, including Amazon Prime, Apple Television, Vudu, and Fandango, particularly focusing on film distribution. It is indeed my honor and pleasure to now welcome this very fascinating young woman, Dasha Ware. Hello, Dasha. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I hope I introduced you.
Yes. I'm so honored.
Good morning to you. How are you? Isn't it a coincidence?
Excuse me?
Look at you and I dressed in white. We didn't plan this.
We showed up
it
at
just
the same
happened.
time with the same colors.
Huh?
We showed up with the same colors.
Yes,
we think alike.
Yes. We think alike. We certainly do. Now you have quite an impressive bio, and I'm truly honored that you are part of the African Women Mobilization Philanthropy Group. Already you're making quite an impact on the organization, and we truly feel blessed to have you with us. But I want to delve into who you are. I want to ask you some questions that would let our participants, our viewers, those who are here today, right now, and those who are going to watch this later, I want them to get to know you as a visionary. Every organization begins with the vision of people such as you. Now, I want to ask you, of all the industries that you could have ventured into, why did you choose to get into this particular industry?
Okay, well, I actually been in the entertainment industry since a child. Since about the age of 6, started off being a ballerina, a dancer. I danced for Disney and also was in background dancing for Disney sing-along videos. So I was really, nourished into the business at an early age. Did a lot of auditioning for Nickelodeon, was with talent agencies and stuff at a young age. So once I got into high school, I got really familiar with, music, and I fell in love with a producer, rapper, Missy Elliott. She is a producer and a rapper, and I was like, I want to be just like her. So I attended college to be a recording engineer, and I was taught producing, how to record and everything like that. And it was very fun. And then after college, I moved to Atlanta and I was honored an internship. But at the time, they didn't have recording internships available. They only had marketing. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do marketing, but I'll try it because it was a very esteemed studio. And I know that I could actually build relationships there. So I started to be a marketing intern at a recording studio. And I was able to meet so many notable artists at a very, very young age, like under 21. And working there for over 3 years, I was able to build relationships with people and just really see how the music industry works in the fields of recording. And that's really how I got tapped into marketing. And I learned so much there at the studio. And I just would study the music business. And from there, I kind of, went up the ladder from building relationships with people that I saw there.
I see. Now you've been in the industry for how long did you say?
Far as working in the industry, 17 years. But I've been in the entertainment industry
17 years.
as
Wow.
a performer since I was 6 years old as a performer. So it's really easy for me to tap
Okay.
into
Now
start.
let me ask you, every industry. Did you hear what yeah, go ahead, finish your thought. Go ahead, finish your thought.
No, what I was saying that it's in my field, it was very easy for me to work with artists and talent just because coming from the entertainment field at the age of 6, I know all aspects to artist development, how an artist should look on stage, how they should present themselves. And so it was being a dancer and an entertainer. So it's really easy for me to come in and kind of direct and develop an artist outside of the recording aspect.
Okay. Now let me ask you, many businesses, they have moments in time where they have huge successes, the boom, so to speak, of the industry.
Yeah.
What are the booms of this industry that you saw before and you see getting even better? What about this industry is getting better? Entertainment industry is getting better. If you feel that it's getting better.
Well, I would say I believe the music industry has brought numerous positive effects for individuals, society, and culture. I would say from cultural expression and diversity to global connectivity, people are able to connect with people all over the world to share their music, and and maybe economic impact uh, because the music industry, as you know, it's very influential um, and it's everywhere. So a lot of profit is made. It's really a billion dollar industry. So I would say the music industry does make a really big impact on the world.
I want to apologize. It appears that the internet here is going in and out, in and out. I thought that such a beautiful day, it's quite sunny out here.
Yes.
I thought that would make it very much free flowing. But if you notice that I am pausing now and then, is because the internet is acting up for whatever reason. But anyway, I hope that's not what you're seeing. Now, what are some of the disadvantages that you see in the industry?
Oh man, just like any other business, the music industry definitely does have some challenges. I would definitely say,
She's frozen there.
can you hear me?
Yes. What are some of the disadvantages you find in the industry?
I would say debates about fair distribution of revenue amongst artists, producers, and record labels. There's a lot of debates about artists feeling like they're not being fair when it comes to compensation from these digital platforms since we've gone into digital streaming and stuff like that. The payouts, a lot of artists and producers are really, you know, going hand in hand with the record labels about that kind of stuff. I would also say short attention span. And with the rise of the digital platforms and social media, the attention span has shortened. So it makes it harder for artists to maintain long-term careers and for new artists to break through, being that attention spans are so short. And lastly, I would say market saturation. The mass volume of music available today makes it challenging for artists to be able to stand out So getting noticed, in this big crowd, it really requires significant marketing efforts and resources. I would say those to me are like the biggest challenges right now in regards to my space within marketing.
Okay, I am being a little challenged here by I'm not quite hearing you, but I hope you're hearing me. Are you hearing me okay?
Yes, I'm hearing you okay. Did you hear anything that I said?
Yeah, I did. I did. I wanted to find out also, given the fact that, as you said, that some people it's difficult for them for artists to be seen, so to speak, to climb as they would to recognized properly for what they do. And I do hear those complaints. When you watch YouTube, you see some of the artists complain about how they are not being compensated properly and how some of their work is taken from them, all that sort of thing. Do you see any ideas, any new ideas that the industry is trying to change, the entertainment industry is trying to do to change not just the perception but the actuality of these complaints?
Yes, with the blockchain getting involved in the music industry, there is some security when it comes to like contracts and stuff, and also the growth of I would say personalized marketing and artificial intelligence. So there are many
Mm-hmm.
tools now that are available to help increase marketing efforts, using AI, because AI is able to analyze user data,
Mm-hmm.
and which is really, really important when you're trying to make strategic marketing decisions.
Yeah.
So I would say those are like the new ideas I'm excited about because I use AI on a normal basis. It really cuts my work and at least 30% in half for me to be more productive.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the advanced technology from personalized marketing and AI and the blockchain getting involved into the music industry has been a big help for the last past 2 years.
Can you go into that a little bit more? How does AI contribute to better functioning of the industry and indeed your organization? Can you go into that a little bit?
Yeah, so different tools that can be used when it comes to it, because AI, it thinks. So it can go in and take data and actually analyze that data and analytics to help you be able to really strategic and be strategic and help you with your marketing plans from
Mm-hmm.
looking at data, seeing where most interactions are, maybe in this country, in this state, and in types of demographics and audiences, and you're able to analyze those analytics and insights to be able to know, okay, where do I go into the market? And with that information, it helps you, it grabs more information than you could just go grab on your own. It gives you more
Mm-hmm.
in-depth information so you can be able to market correctly and not spend so much money on ads and stuff, and you don't really know what direction to
Mm-hmm.
go in. So it really helps you, save a little bit of money as well. So you can make, good decisions on marketing efforts.
Yeah, I can see how organizations benefit from AI because sometimes you're watching a movie and there are all these commercials and you just can't wait to turn it off. So I don't know how much those commercials are actually benefiting organization. Tell you the truth, I'm not a good customer when it comes to commercials because I turn it off. So that's good to have.
I hate commercials too.
I
I hate
can't
commercials.
stand them. I don't recall. I cannot tell you what commercial today motivated me to go out there and do anything. I turn
Oh,
them off. I turn them off.
and also I wanted to bring up AI actually does so much when it comes to like in the content space, because you can prompt AI if you need a video or an image. You can AI, especially in a program that I like, which is Canva. You can go
Mhm.
into Canva and you can say,
Yes.
create me a picture of somebody standing on a mountain, jumping off a mountain, and it'll draw a
Yeah.
picture or a video of that effect in
Yes.
less than 10 seconds. So
Yes.
you don't have to go get a graphic designer and explain all these things about how you want it to look. You can actually just prompt AI and it'll
Yes.
design it for you, and it'll actually design a graphic or a video. So it really cuts the overhead of marketing in half, as well as the productivity when it comes to building out campaigns and content. It's very
Well,
helpful.
I've seen some concerns about AI. Those in the some industries think that AI is taking over their jobs. Do you see that as the truth, or what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I have lots of writer friends that are editors, and it really is taking over their jobs. And so the thing is, I've really been thinking of a solution for them, but I haven't been able to, because it's like nowadays you don't have to really hire a writer, because you can prompt AI and it'll just write whatever you want it to write, even though you may have
Yeah.
to go through, not grammar fixing, but the plagiarism, as well as just making sure it's in your voice. I mean, that's really simple. You get the information and just kind of, go through it and edit it how you want it to be. But I definitely feel that that part of the industry is going to be extinct, very soon. And I'm really thinking of some solutions. Like, I've really been scared for them.
Yeah, yeah. I have a university, and we've set up the classrooms, and it's so easy for us, because we can do our lectures and then post it, and the students can just follow the lectures. AI helps us to create all of that, and
Yeah.
so I can see where some people can be churning over that, because
It's like pros
people.
and cons. It's like people who need it are excited,
Yes,
but
that's
the
right.
people who are making money from it, it's kind of like, no. But on the other, so it's pros and cons to it. But I really feel like maybe the writers that are here now, I just feel like it can make their job better,
Yes,
just by using it to help their writing, because
that's.
AI really can't be human, so we
Mhm.
can have human emotions when writing different content. So it takes the writer to write with that emotion, and then using, you know, AI to help them with adjectives and, different ways of speaking and talking. So I think they
Yeah.
could kind of work together, but I'm just still thinking of a solution. But it does, it is seeming to take a lot of jobs, just because corporations are saying, hey, we could cut these jobs in half because we can just have another employee, give them another more duties to do, and they
Mm.
can just do AI to help them, do it, instead of hiring a whole nother body. So
Mhm, mhm. Well, I can see to be honest, I can see how that may impact the economy,
yeah,
when people are losing their jobs because of, artificial intelligence. But
I
then
was thinking
again,
about that too the other day. It's going to be a lot of people fighting outside. It's
I
going to be a lot
know,
of chaos because people won't have no money.
I know. I mean, there are some jobs, obviously, that AI cannot feel, like you indicated earlier. That is emotional things that people want to see a person.
Yeah, and
AI
hand
can't
touching
do all
jobs
that.
like nurses and stuff like that,
That's
that
correct.
you have to have physical touch. Yeah,
Yes.
so it's crazy.
So now tell me about RSG. How does RSG work? How do you find your clients? Is it through
Okay.
AI or do you have other means?
No, 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 not through AI. Our foundation is really built on development and audience expansion. So RSG is a digital marketing company that partners with emerging artists and music-centric brands to help increase their new fans and customer bases through organic reach, as well as a combination of human expertise and AI. So we do use AI, but it's a combination of both. Our approach aims to enhance marketability, fan acquisition, and target audience definition and engagement. So far as our clients, they're all handpicked, and we don't
Mm,
do too much advertising. as I prefer to be more exclusive. And from my track record, and from working with so many brands from initial stages and beyond, and the growth that they've had, I really always have referrals, or people will refer somebody to work with me. So I really haven't had to do a lot of advertising. So my clients really come through the back end of referrals, or we'll just reach out to brands that we feel is a good fit for the company, and then we'll approach with a proposal and then kind of sell ourselves that way. But that's really how our clients are picked. They're all handpicked, our referral based, and then we decide if we want to work with them or not.
Okay, so you have a website, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody comes to your website and they've got some challenges and they want that, they need your help, you're selective who you're going to accept.
So they go through there's no phone number on the site. You have to request a meeting. Everything.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you have to request a meeting. And then when you do set up a call with us through our website, there is an extensive form where we ask you so many questions to even see if you're a good fit client for the company. And so those questions consist of in-depth questions in regards to what are their marketing goals, what are their goals for the next, short term and long term. We also go into why do you even want to hire an agency? Have you worked with an agency before? And just really getting into detail of, what they're thinking, to actually see if they're a good fit for us. So they are screened. Everybody who comes through the website is screened. And then we decide if we want to move forward with them. But we do have a discovery call. Based off the answers that they give us, we have a discovery call, go through that, and then we would send them a proposed memo if we decide to move forward to work with them.
Okay, so in effect, you don't have any phone number, you don't have a phone on your website, but you do have an email that they can use to contact you. That's what you're saying. They can't call you directly.
On the site, there's a button that says request meeting. When you tap to request the meeting, it takes you to a form, and you must complete that intake form, and then we will get the intake form, go over it. But at the end of our intake form is a calendar where you can set up a meeting with us, which is a discovery call. And once we do that discovery call, that's where we ask questions and see if that client is a good fit, or even if we're a good fit for the client. So it's really like a 30-minute call. Sometimes it could take an hour, depending on what the goals and what the client is really looking for. But that's how our overall onboarding process is.
Okay. And this is your website here, right?
Yes.
Am I correct? Okay. So, for any one of you who's interested in getting in touch with Deja, this is how you get in touch with her. And, I did say earlier that you have a fantastic bio. And anybody who wants to see a little bit more about who you are, it's really, I think they should go there. And of course, usually what happens is after we do the taping, we share the video, and that's when a lot of people get an opportunity to watch. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who would be going to your website. I know I'm excited to meet you because you're working with us, and
Yes,
Women Mobilization Commission is quite excited about you. Yes, we're going to have a lot of things going on. Now, I also have a question. Now, how did you start your company? How did you grow? I mean, from zero to how many clients? How many clients do you have now? Do you know?
Well, as of now, I don't have. I've actually kind of turned the business model around. Like, we still offer the services, but as of now, we're building an educational platform right now. So I've been taking time on building out our educational platform, because I was a former instructor at SAE Institute, where I taught music business and introduction into music business. I also taught music law and theory. So with that, there's so many artists that I run into that have been coming to the agency, and they are so clueless when it comes to the business. And so they spend so much money, but they don't really know how the business works. So they tend to get burnt out, frustrated, and then they don't want to pay agencies to help market their company, because a lot of people don't know what they're doing. They just tend to go in the studio, make music, and just put it out. But they leave so much money on the table, not knowing that they have to register their music. They have to do so many different things to be able to gain royalties, and they have to be with certain organizations to be able to get their royalties paid out to them. And some of them don't even have a LLC or anything, or even have any kind of EIN numbers to associate with these programs to pay them out. So we've decided, since we are an artist development company, which we work with artists in those phases, is to create an educational platform for artists to be able to become members, and they can sign on and they can get the education that they need so they can be educated music entrepreneurs. So when they do actually pay us to build their brand, they kind of know the steps and understand what we're doing, and is educated on how marketing works, how the business works, so they can be, sustainable and successful in the business, instead of just recording and then shooting from the hip.
Yeah, because a lot of they see a lot of movies and videos, and they see people driving fancy cars, all of that. That's their focus, is to make the money, but they're not quite clear on how to go about making that money, setting themselves up so they can make the money.
Yeah, they don't know.
And you know what? I'm sure you know. Yeah, I'm sure you know this. Some of these stars, so-called stars that you see on television, some of them are those things that they're showing that they own. They don't even own it. Some of those things are things they rent. You know what I'm saying. So people, particularly. Yeah, so people, young people, for the most part, see all of that and think, oh, this person is very wealthy, and all I have to do is know how to rap or sing or whatever, and then I'll become as wealthy. So what you're doing is very, very important, very key.
Yeah, giving them the business principles so they can be able to have longevity and not be one-hit wonders, jump into a song and then they lose all this money because they don't know how to make the money.
That's right. That's right. I'm the international matron of Igbo Nigerian film producers. So I'm going to be talking to you because we've got a movie and film producers in Nigeria that will be very, very much interested in what you have to say about the process we're following.
Okay, definitely interested in learning more.
Because I talked to some of them, and they really need to be guided. So
okay,
we definitely will be talking with you. And the other question that I have is, what sets you apart from others in the same field? What would you say sets you apart?
That's a good question. I would say what sets us apart is that we are a data and results driven company.
All right.
So a lot of our everything is really planned strategically with how we execute our services. So we definitely, before we work with the artist or even start a campaign, we're digging into the data, the analytics, just so we really know where the artist is at and how we can help them. And I think a lot of companies just offer services, and they don't really know their client. So it's just like going to a job interview and you're interviewing for a job and you know nothing about the company. You just want a job. So what we do is we do a lot of research on the client to really be able to build that foundation for them when we start a campaign. And like we're them, like we actually dig into them, analyze their data, so we can make the right decisions when it comes to building out their marketing plan. So I feel that that's a big thing for us because we're in the digital space and we learned the space. I've been in the business for a long time and seeing the transitions from analog to digital. So it's like I really feel that we stand out because we're very data driven, and that's where the world is going.
Yeah. It's so interesting. Like when you're using TikTok, for instance, right? Once you've posted something, before you know it, they contact you and let you know how well that particular video is doing.
Yeah.
And so you're aware, okay, well, this is the kind of thing I should be doing because it is generating this sort of attention or interest. Is that similar to
Yeah,
something
so
that you
that's
do in
exactly
terms
what
of
I'm
being
saying.
data
So
driven?
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So if we go in and we tap into the data of TikTok, and the artist is trying to figure out, okay, what type of content should I post? I don't know what to post. That exactly what you just said. This video is doing the best, so you need to continue to do content in this way because this is what's performing the best. So that's why data is so important, because you're
That's
able
right.
to know what people like and what they're paying attention to. And if you're just doing whatever you want to do,
That's right.
then you really don't know what your audience
Uh-huh.
likes, and you're wasting a lot of time. So that's why I say we're
Yes.
data driven and we go off of
That's
data.
That's right. You know what I find personally? I find that people are very interested. The media tells you that people are not interested in politics, and maybe there will not be people voting and all. That's not what I'm finding. Every time I'm talking about politics, my numbers just skyrocket. So it's telling me whatever I am doing. I mean, I can do all the other things, but there's a lot of interest on my take on politics. You understand what I'm saying? So I may be doing a little bit more of political, analysis and that sort of thing. So it's wonderful when it's data driven. It can help a company. I see how that's helping. I know
Yeah.
it's helping me.
And,
Now
and
the other
then
question I have for you. Thank you again.
as we know, one
Go
thing I
ahead,
wanted to
please.
say,
Go ahead.
as we know, how Google is a database company. So we know that they collect information.
Yeah.
So they have different broken off websites like Google Trends, Google Keywords, and you can actually go and use these tools and go to Google Trends, and it'll tell you what's trending in America, what's trending in this demographic, what are people talking about. And that can help you also create content because you
Yes,
know exactly what's
that's right.
trending. And then when it comes to keywords, you actually know, okay, when I'm writing my
Yes,
captions and when I'm writing stories or articles, I know what keywords to use in my articles or in my captions because
yes,
these are the keywords that are getting a lot of attention.
that's right. Now, you wrote two wonderful books that put you on the bestsellers list. Wow.
Yes,
How awesome is that? Talk
yes.
to
It
us a
took
little bit
it
about
was
those
like
books
an
that you wrote.
hour. So like I was saying
It took
earlier,
what?
no, I was like after 2 hours, it was like I made like number one, it was in the music section. Cause there's so many sections in Amazon, from self-development, music,
Yes.
science, like so many different categories. But in the category of music and entertainment, I did become top in that section. But
Uh-huh.
like I was saying earlier, I like to go based off of the concerns and have a solution, because you always want to have a solution to a problem in order for people to be attracted and for them to want to work with you, or to even, you just always want to have a solution for a problem. So I created two books based off of the challenges that these artists are having. And they always talk about how they don't make no money, how they need money. So I'm like, hey, you're already leaving a lot on the table. So I created a book about smart artists don't starve. If you are thinking and being smart and taking the
Mm,
steps to be educated, you can't starve, because you're using your brain and you're actually
mhm.
studying and knowing the business. So that's where I got the Smart Artists Don't Starve book, and that teaches you how to create money, where to find your money, and how to collect it. And then the other book that I have, which is
Okay.
Smart Artist Release, that is actually a book that instructs artists and guides them on how to release a successful music release. Because a lot of artists, they don't know what comes into doing a release. They just know to go to the recording studio and then try to upload it on a distribution site. And it takes way more to releasing a record than just recording and uploading it to distribution. There are so many different steps that you have to go through, for, like I said, from
Mhm.
registering your music, making sure you have UPC codes, making sure that you have your RRC codes. All of those codes make sense because those codes are trackable, so you can be able to get your royalties and get money. So I actually go step by step on how to actually roll out a release. So those two books have been doing really good, just because those are some, struggles that artists deal with. And I'm actually releasing 3 ebooks at the end of January. And those books that I'm releasing are is formulating artists formulating their business. A lot of artists, just like I said, know the music, but they don't know that they need to get an LLC, have a DUNS number, a EIN, a business account, EIN number, so they can associate it with their payouts for their royalties. So a lot of them don't know how to build their businesses. So the ebook that I'm releasing at the end of January is going to teach them how to actually build their business and formulate it so they can be successful. And then I have a book on that's coming out based off of how to analyze data and how to use that data to become profitable and successful. And then the last book is just, a piggyback off of the music release, because that book was released about 2 years ago and the industry changes every 2 years. So it's really like an update on how to release a music properly and to be successful. So I'm really excited about that.
And they'll all be on Amazon? Is that where they can go and get it? So people can buy it from Amazon?
So the ebooks I'm going to have available, like I was telling you, I'm creating a membership-based platform. So I'm actually building these ebooks for the people in the community of the platform. So they'll have to go to the website to purchase the ebooks.
Okay. Have you had a book signing?
No, I haven't had a book signing, just because my books, they're not sold in the brick and mortar. Like, they're not in Barnes and Nobles or anything like that. So I didn't think about doing I didn't think about doing a book signing, but I am planning on doing, like a meetup. You like doing the meetup and then, having the books there and just, even talking about some education and stuff like that. I have been thinking about doing something like that, but just I haven't put it together yet.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to that. The other thing is, you're quite an entrepreneur. You've got a hair line, hair products line. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah,
natural hair products.
So I got into the journey of, about 2 years ago. I really got into holistic health and wanting to change the foods that I was eating. And in that process, I started to grow locks and stuff like that. And I really wanted to go natural. I used to have, wear a lot of the fake eyelashes, I have fake hair sometimes. And I was like, I really want to go and be more natural. So as I was doing that, I was like, well, hey, since I have locks, and I like to, use herbs and do all these things, I'm just going to start a hairline for hair growth, because I've always had long hair, that touched my butt since I was like in middle school. So, but I always knew the of how to keep my hair healthy, because my mother was a cosmetologist for 30 years. So I had already knew the different things to do, because she would teach me different things. So I used that, combining that with the new holistic things that I was learning, and I put that into a oil, and I started selling hair growth oil, and then it increased to deep conditioners, to and I also have the deep conditioners, and I got into the lines for the guys of the beard oil, helping them grow their beards and stuff like that. So I'm looking to grow into more products that help, the hair growth, but it still also goes back to the education, because you are what you eat. So if you're not putting good things into your body, your hair is not going to grow, the proper way. So it's really, a lot of the education that I'm really passionate about. I'm actually doing that with the hair product too, having a blog, letting them know that you have to, the things that you take into your body, you could put so much oil on your hair. It's not going to make your hair grow if you're not intaking foods and minerals and vitamins that will help you clean your body, so your hair can come out of the follicles. So very excited about that product. It's only been out for a year and a half. I haven't really been working on it as much as I
Well,
as
tell us, where do we get it?
you could go to
Where do we
lengthorganics.com.
find it? Where do we find
At lengthorganics.com.
it? Say that again, please. Say that.
So it's length,
Okay.
LNTH organics.com.
L-A, spell that
LNTH.
again, please. I want to put it up here so they can see it.
Okay, LN.
Oh, you're going too fast. Lanth?
No, LN.
Say it again. I'm sorry. You're going too fast.
It's L.
Yes.
N. T. TH. Organics.
Organics. And they can find it. That's .com, right?
Yes.
That is it. .com. Okay. Yes, that I saw it, I love it when people produce those kinds of things because sometimes people think you can go to dollar store. I mean, dollar store has its place, but it's important to know also that there are things that are good for you. You should look for those too, not just things that are cheap. There are things that are cheap, and then there are things that are good. So people need to be looking at ordering things that help your body the way it's supposed to, as opposed to something that helps your pocketbook. Tell me if this is correct. This is the
yes, that's correct.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that correct? Organics. Okay,
yes, that's correct.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want product that will help your hair, that is where to go. Organics.com. I know I'm going to be visiting you because I need something for this little short hair that I've got. I used to have longer hair, but I can't stand long hair. Not because long hair is not good. It's just I don't have time. So I always look a mess with long hair. Some people like you make it look nice and beautiful and easy to work with. But me, I look a mess with long hair because I never have the time. So I cut it all off. And here we are. So I'm sure that you have something that helps short hair. So I'll be checking that out as well.
Definitely have
now,
a lot of.
I just wanted us to, first of all, let me just say, Go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, I was saying that there are a few testimonials.
Go ahead.
If you that said we have a few testimonials, and if you use the product at least 3 times a week, you will start to see your hair actually grow out the follicle within 3 weeks. Like we've had multiple people. So yeah, wonderful. Really excited about the product.
That is wonderful. Organics, ladies and gentlemen, go and visit and find the products that you need for your hair. Now, I just want us to talk a little bit about something that's coming up October of this coming year. And I mean, we've got so many things going on. 2025, we're going to have the awards ceremony for the Igbo movie makers, movie producers of Nigeria. They're going to be here. It's going to be here in Atlanta, Georgia next year. We're excited about that. But just this year, however, and I have to tell you, Deja, I am so proud of you and our other member, Sharon Allen, for the hard work that you guys have put in to ensure that this wonderful event happens this coming year in October. It was supposed to have been this in February, but we pushed it to October. And that is because we want to do so much more for so many, many girls. And that program is the Black Girls Rise Conference in Abia State, Nigeria, as well as the Rock Festival, Reclaiming Our Communities Drumming Festival that's going to bring men from everywhere to come have camaraderie with fellow men and discuss things that they must do to uphold and uplift their communities. For the girls, the Black Girls Rise, the objective is to have a conference where we're going to bring all these young girls, where we're going to encourage them to take care of their bodies and supply them with what they need. The biggest problem And I am so impressed with how you have presented the program. And we are circulating the documentation, that the documents that you have sent, and it's just amazing to me how you just came up with. I mean, I just gave you the information, boom, there you are. That speaks volumes about your organization. But the whole objective of this program is to help young girls who are having difficulty with sanitary napkins. We're going to be supplying them with that, but not just that. We are also going to be monitoring their progress, because a lot of them don't stay in school because they don't have the means to stay in school when they're on their cycle. So what we're going to be doing, obviously, is going to be providing them with what they need so that they can stay in school, and then we can monitor their progress and see is staying in school, helping their academic achievement. And sisters, we need those girls to be educated. We don't need our girls
Yeah.
sitting at home doing nothing. They need to be out there, and it's just, people don't understand how important it is to have sanitary napkins, for heaven's sakes. You've got
Yeah.
girls who now, it sounds gross, but it's true. That's what they're experiencing. You have girls who dig holes in the ground to sit there and bleed out because they don't have napkins,
That's so
or they
sad.
use cloth, and in places, can you imagine? And in places where they don't have water, they let that cloth dry and reuse it. So it's embarrassing for them. It certainly doesn't do anything for their self-esteem or self-image and all of that sort of thing. So this
No.
is what we are doing with the Black Girls Rise conference. And you and Sharon Allen, wherever Sharon is, I'm giving her a shout out, have been very, very instrumental in making this happen. And of course, the African Women Mobilization Commission and all the women in Africa who are in Nigeria who are working so hard to ensure that these many girls, a thousand girls get an opportunity to come and hear some speakers who are going to motivate them. And of course, by the grace of God, Deja, you and Sharon will be in Nigeria with me, including other people who have indicated that they want to go.
Oh,
So
definitely, we
I've
will
said a
be there.
lot, but what are your thoughts about that? What are your
Like,
thoughts? What are your thoughts? What
I'm
are your thoughts? Yeah.
with me dealing with, as a child, well, not as a child. Well, I did start my cycle in fourth grade. But me always having, heavy periods, and even having issues around the time I would have my cycle, this topic really stuck out to me because I dealt with issues, with my menstrual cycle. And I can't imagine, as heavy as I used to be, I can't imagine going through something that tragic where I can't protect myself or have a sanitary napkin. Like, I still can't even get it through my head how they even function, or how is that even possible, to go dig a hole, or, to even use a
Mm,
rag or any of that. And I just know that I want to be there and to be a part of this organization to help, that mission to help those kids, because this really touches my heart in a big way, just because
yes.
of my past and just thinking about that. And so I'm definitely excited about the program, and even, coming up with more innovative ideas or things we can do, to help those community of girls. So I'm really looking forward to being in Nigeria. I'll definitely be there, and excited.
And if people want to know a little bit more, Deja is going to be helping tremendously, to let us know exactly how to make this work. And that's why we're so very excited that she's a part of the African Women Mobilization Commission. OMC Global, awmcglobal.org. That's where you can find information about this event. At the end of the day, there will be more information that will be there. And so we're looking for girls. These are future leaders. And what we do and how we contribute and participate in this kind of thing will help a lot. It's not just for, let's be clear, it's not just Nigeria. I mean, we're hosting it in Nigeria this year, but there are girls going through this all over the world, Here in the United
Yeah.
States, even. Here in the United States. So our goal is going to be ultimately to take it worldwide. You. And so
Yes.
Your organization, to be so young, you're quite an impressive person. You're quite an impressive person.
So my little,
I just want to throw this in. I saw a picture of your mother, and I thought, go ahead, go ahead,
no, my
go
secret
ahead.
was, no, the secret is that as a young child, I always wanted mentors, and I always would be around people who are much older than me. So a lot of my, friends, from when I got out of college, a lot of people that I would connect with, go to lunch with, and kind of build relationships with
Uh-huh.
were always older than me. So I was really able to mature faster, and I always had a
Mm-hmm.
mentor. I always had a mentor in every category of what I wanted to learn. And so that's a message that I do want to put out to hear, is that you need mentors. A lot of people don't feel like they need mentors anymore because they want to be so independent. I could do this on my own. I could do this. But you need to be a follower before you can be a leader. And that's really how I got up
That's
to
right.
doing all the things that I did so fast, because I was always coachable. You have to learn how to be able to listen and be coachable
Mm-hmm.
and be coached, and be to be a mentoree is very important. So that's really, how I was able to get to the places that I was, because I was very humble, and I listened, and I like to learn something every day, and I know that you don't know
I,
everything.
that's right. And people miss a lot. And here, people miss a lot when they ignore elders. Those who've been there and done that. You can learn a lot from our elders. But as you
Yes.
said earlier, this whole concept of, I'll do it myself. I know this. There are people who have been there that can tell you, well, do this or don't do that, or here's what's happening. You could be a part of it, and that will add to your repertoire, as I said earlier. You see, so that's wonderful, and we are looking forward to this wonderful opportunity to visit Nigeria. Again, if you want to get in touch with Dasha, this is her website, www.rsga.io. Please visit her website and learn how she can help you. It doesn't matter what it is, you think you can never know too much. She may
I don't know it all.
present
I'm
a whole
still
different
learning.
angle from what you already are still learning. So it's good. It's good to have the opportunity to go to somebody if you need help. If you think you know it all, then why are you where you are? For the most part, you're where you are if you're struggling because you're not looking into opportunities. And investing in your organization may mean that you have to pay somebody something if you have the money. It's worth it. If you can offer somebody something for doing something that will help your organization. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is an organization you need to know, and this is the woman that you need to know. Again, may I just share this thought that if you want to go to Nigeria for the Rock Festival and for the Black Girls Rise conference in October of 2024, which is this year, go to AWMC Global .org. If you want to learn a little bit more about me, go to my website, www.osimiri.com. And, I do a lot of motivational speaking. And if you want to engage me, please go there and give me a buzz. Write me. You'll find on the website how you can get in touch with me. Okay. So this has been a very exciting program. I've got to bring you back, Yeah, I hope you don't think this is the last of it. It's not, because what happens when people do get a chance to watch the video, because sometimes Saturdays people are busy, but then afterwards, that's when they actually spend time and watch it. So you may be getting some contacts for people who would like to engage you and grow. They need to grow. We need to come out of this whole thing that, me, myself, and I can do it all. No, you can't. You can do some things, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt for you to reach out to somebody who can help you make things
Yes,
better.
it definitely takes a
It's
village, and
been a pleasure and an honor to have you this. That's right. It takes a village. It takes a village, and you are part of that village. We are all part of the village. And all we have to do is reach out to each other and make sure that we continue to grow, we continue to lift each other up. Today, I hope that the Ndumodu that you heard today was the wisdom that I shared with you and Dasha Ware shared with you, that you can add it to your repertoire and continue to grow. I look forward to seeing all of you again next Saturday as we continue our conversations on the Ndumdu Show. Until then, take care of yourselves. Please don't get into any trouble. Don't do what you know you're not supposed to do. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful day. And so it is.
Thank you for having me. Bye, guys.
Okay. You are so welcome.